My name is Oliver North. I'm a filmmaker from Johannesburg, South Africa. My project name is Mier. It's in development stage at the moment. It's a feature film about the Khoisan struggle for identity and survival in the harsh Kalahari Desert. My main motivations for participating in this residency was the opportunity to work one-on-one with a mentor. We had an opportunity to have a couple of Zoom calls before we came down, so I knew through the introduction that my mentor was best suited for my film and that we would work well together. My second motivation was coming to Senegal and seeing the beautiful country for myself, and obviously the residency being paid for and the accommodation and travel being paid for was another motivation. So I'm happy with all of those motivations for coming down, and I'm glad I did. The project was at the stage of early development. We knew we had a good script, but there was still a lot more to do on the script. So working with Olivier on this project helped me actually cut down some things in the script and focus more on what were the important aspects in the script and focus on that so that we can come out of this hopefully with a draft that was closer to my vision but also reads well and is a more focused draft, because I tend to overwrite and I tend to focus on themes a lot more. So with his guidance and with his knowledge, I was able to focus in on telling the best story that I could, and I think we've achieved that. After this residency, I hope to have a shooting draft and shoot early next year. Hopefully. I think that we should have a polished draft that we can take into the shooting draft phase of development. So I think after this whole process is over, I know I will have something that's close to, I know that I would have something that's close to a finished script and a final draft, but also closer to my original vision. The main goal I had for this residency was working on a polished draft of the script. We were able to do a first pass through on the script, and right now we're doing a second pass through on the script. So we're really close to refining the script and getting it to that polished phase, which I have all the faith in the world that we will achieve after this residency. Before this residency, it was more creative process, but during this residency, it's more focused and focused on storytelling and writing the best dialogue and focused on the audience instead of the overall story, which is what I was telling. The next steps would be working towards a shooting draft. there are some funding opportunities that I have that hopefully when I get back home we have some results as far as that's concerned. But if I come out of this with a polished draft of the script that I know is a final draft, I will be happy with that as well, regardless of whether we get funding or not. Overall, I think it was a very good experience. The trips that we had showed the beauty of the country, so that's one good thing. The residency itself and where we stayed, some things could be improved on, and other things were perfect, good to perfect. But as far as the things that could be improved on, I will have a conversation after this with Benito.